Breakup. I think most of us in any age would experience. And it is really difficult to get over. So yesterday, and actually this month, this is the calligraphy of love that we practiced during my online calligraphy session. And this month, I'm actually sharing the subject of love. So, heartbroken. So, I'll show you. Okay, this is a broken cup, as you can see. And when we have really heavy heartbreak, we might feel like this. And I have experienced that. So, whoever going through the breakup, I can really resonate. You might feel this is the end of the world. I went through that as well. But I can tell you how we can actually go through and step by step. So today's theme, I also want to, as a metaphor, I brought this. And as a metaphor, I'm going to also use the Japanese concept and art form of kintsugi, fixing the broken ceramics with gold stitches. So when we are in a relationship, we are high. And when we are in a really, really great time, we are high. It's like after eating chocolate or having a glass of wine, you feel really wonderful. And then something happens and you go really to the opposite side. And suddenly this happiness becomes unhappiness. It becomes like the light into the darkness. So we experience this duality. So when we are going through this sad, anger, all the emotion, it is normal and we shouldn't deny all the feelings. So it's sad. Immediately think, oh, why did he do that? Why did she do that? What did I do wrong? We go through all different emotions, and which is normal. So don't deny it, but first embrace. And probably you might have the fight, which is also normal in many breakups and in the process of breakup. And it is so nice if you can actually have really peaceful departure. But most of the time, it is hard. So if you are going through that period and all the emotion, one of the advice I can give you is to write down all the emotion and anger, whatever you are having. Just write down. You don't have to show to anybody. Just write down whatever the bad words or just let it out. So that's the first process, to recognize what's happening. You might feel so sad like this. When we break this, it's the same thing. You can also, this is object, so you can actually think with little bit of distance. When we break it, first, sad, it's broken, it's sad. Then you feel angry. If somebody break this, your friends or your child, or you get angry maybe. You may not be able to show their feeling, but it is normal. You're sad or anger, whatever comes up. So that's natural. You just embrace that feeling, okay? So then embrace what it's written. And in the Buddhism, when we see this in the higher aspect, for example, from the Buddhism point of view, we have bonno. Bonno is our destructive emotions. We say, the Buddhism says there are 3 poisons. The one is our desire, and the second is our anger, and third is our ignorance. So let's go through these 3. Okay, the first, desire. It is, we all human have this destructive emotion, which is normal. But this destructive emotion pull us from the peace into the dark side, where we feel really disturbed with angers or terrible feelings, terrible emotions. So it is normal because like light and shadow, we have both sides. Light and darkness, we have both sides. So when we are in this dark side, it is fine. It is, you don't feel fine, but it is normal to go through because we are human. Even the most enlightened saints, well, maybe they don't have to go through, but many even enlightened people, they experience that. But then there is a way quickly to go back to the peaceful state. So first, desire, anger, and ignorance. So it is normal to have desire. We want to eat. We want to make love. We want to many, we want to eat something nice and we want to drink and lots of desire. But this also causes our other side, unhappiness. And the second is anger. Anger is the emotion that is caused by, we think, by somebody or some outer experience. But often this is a kind of our inner emotions that we all hold, and it can be triggered. It's like a sleeping monster wakes up suddenly and then react to the situations. And often in a very, very intimate relationship, this can happen. So during the breakup, you might feel lots of anger, but also often this anger, this feeling, the anger is also multiplied from the anger that you had before, maybe from the previous relationship or since childhood that you had experienced. So many anger could burst. Might think, oh, this is a great opportunity. Okay, I get angry. I get angry. So this little sleepy monster of anger can wake up. Yeah, now it's a party time. I get angry now. So then even the small anger can wake up this little monster of anger. So you might feel more angry. So then the third one is ignorance. Ignorance is not about not knowing something. It's actually ignorance is, how can I say, in Buddhism and also in Japan, ignorance is not to know that we know everything. Does it make sense? Yeah. But anyway, so ignorance is not about the knowledge, but also about awareness. Okay. So ignorance is to be aware, to be conscious about what's happening around us. So to be able to observe what's currently happening. Okay. So when we have a breakup and we are trapped in this negative cycle of recycling all the emotion that we have in our body, in our past. So to be able to observe what's going on, like now it's broken. And what can I do now? And rather than just screaming and crying, this is very broken. And then the next step, what can I do? So that's the about knowing, to be aware, to be observant. That's the third thing. So I'm just combining with these three poison. That's also is exactly it's caused during this breakup. So as I said, first to write down how we are feeling. That's the first step. And to be able to, probably if you're blaming yourself or feeling insecure, inadequate, which is also quite normal, but then you just, especially losing self-confidence, that would happen. But if you are losing self-confidence, this is the time just to stop, okay? To stop and be aware you are in this dark side of yourself. So once you acknowledge everything, it's like the shadow can disappear when the light comes in. So then it exists, but then you can embrace it. You can embrace what's broken. Then you cherish it. You cherish the part of yourself feeling inadequate. It is normal, but then you put the lights. Then gradually you go through the transformation. So the breakup is really the one of the time that we can grow so much and to get to know about yourself, to get to know about what kind of emotion you are carrying, what kind of fear you have in daily life. It comes to the light. So like this one, okay, now break. And later I'm going to make this put together. And kintsugi is the Japanese art form from the ancient time to fix the broken ceramics with gold or silver stitches. So I'm going to apply the layer of the glue. In the past, even still now we use the lacquer, but I don't have the lacquer and I have the special glue. So I will put my gold powders and stitch there. So once it's done, like even if you feel our heart is broken and never can be fixed, but it can be fixed. And this broken cup, later I will show you, it's gonna be the most beautiful cup in the world because nothing will break in the same time. And this is organic line, and you will see gold later here. And then this becomes most unique piece of cup, most beautiful piece of art. And there will be another most beautiful piece of art. But so you might, if you're going through the breakup, you might be feeling this is really the bottom, and you may not feel great. You may feel really unattractive or these things. That's okay. But then please remember, this experience is going to shine out soon. And probably the more, I don't want to recommend anybody to go through many breakups, but you can have more. Gold light can be more beautiful as well. So any experience of sadness or anger, and when we go through that, it makes the person more unique, more beautiful, and I can guarantee. So thank you for watching. If you have any comments, please share below. I love hearing from you and interacting with you. And also, if you like to have one-on-one coaching with me to go through, please email me at office@azumiuchitani.com. Thank you. And by the way, this month I'll be giving a talk on Japanese wedding on the 10th of October. So this month I've been teaching about love. So it's admission free, and please register from the link below. And in November, I will be in New York, and on the 16th of November, I'll be hosting meetup. So if you're in the neighborhood of New York, and if you are able to travel to join my meetup, please email me and I will send you the details. Thank you.